All right. These are 9 questions.
Did you come up with these?
No. I found this on Instagram. It was a reel when I was doom
Oh, it's
scrolling.
that thing you were telling me about.
Yeah. You don't know any of these questions, correct?
No.
Okay. Allegedly, this woman says these are 9 questions that you can ask your significant other to help you fall in love again. Now, I'm pretty in love with you. I don't feel like
Let's say.
we don't need to fall in love again. I just thought they were kind of fun questions.
Okay.
Things that because we talk a lot and we ask each other a lot of different questions.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we've never talked about these things. So
Okay.
I'm going to ask you the question. You can respond. I'm also going to respond, but I have seen these questions. However, I have not.
You've had a chance to think about
No,
it.
I have not premeditated on them. I wrote them down and then I shut this book, and that was a few days ago. Okay. What are 2 things that we have in common, and what are 2 things that are very different?
2 things we have in common. God, I can name more than 2.
Yeah.
I guess our biggest one is the health and fitness stuff, like
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah.
Our interest, I guess, and I would sum it up: interest in health.
I was gonna say one of them was that we have the same career, and that's how we met.
I kind of lumped that into that though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was we're in pursuit of
Health and
more
wellness.
knowledge of health and fitness and
Yeah.
knowledge.
What's another thing that we have in common?
Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say that we value time together. We both enjoy hanging out with each other. Like
Yeah,
some
I
people,
mean-
like they don't necessarily like to spend a lot of time together. Like
Yeah.
quality time is not.
We don't have to worry about making quality time because we get that more than, if anything, it's the other way for us. We have to make quality time for our family and friends.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest one.
What are 2 things that are very different about each other?
I think you are a very social butterfly, very bubbly personality, and I'm not. I'm not antisocial because I like social stuff, but it's very limited. I'm a homebody. I'm not a bubbly. It's not that I'm not bubbly, but people think I'm mad a lot when I'm just quiet. It goes back to I try to be more talkative. So when I'm not, people think something's wrong, but really that's just my natural state.
I was gonna say I'm more forward facing and you're more calm and reserved. Like I can express myself and whatever, and you're kind of like the solid rock in the background, like holding it down, and I can be loud and out there, which is good. I think
Yeah, it's fine. It's a balance.
Is a yin and yang, because I've been in relationships where we're both the loud and bubbly one. It's like you're almost competing with your partner. So when we got together, I felt like you calmed me down a little bit in a good way, like in the ways that I probably should have.
I think I remember your mom saying something about that.
She was like, he's good for you, like he's calmed you down, which is good. Like I had just come out of a relationship where both of us were the loud one, and we both wanted to be the center of attention, and it's just breeds not good things sometimes.
It's good for me because if it wasn't for you, I would just sit on the couch all the time and read.
Yeah,
and not leave.
Yeah, that's another thing that's very different about us.
The first one was easy. I had too many options.
Mine was gonna be, you're more of a researcher, think about it, weigh your options.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm more of
just do it.
Let's just do it and then we'll figure it out. I want to jump into something and then get better at it as I'm going. There's you want to be good at it first and then pursue it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, I don't want to call it perfectionist.
And they're both good things to do.
Yeah, but mine is just too far because it's almost to the point where I don't even get started. Yeah, it's back to that ego thing where I don't like looking dumb, but I just need to get over it.
Mine's I'm impatient and I just want to do it. Somehow we meet in the middle, and I feel like we've gotten better about meeting in the middle over the years, but I'm definitely more of
well, I need you
fly by the seat of the pants.
I need you to push me on things for sure, and I might not even like it when you do it, but I know that it's good for me. Yeah. It's if I'm ever no, I just need to read one more book about this. Go. Just be no, just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get kind of fed up with the whole waiting around of it. I just want to do it, and then I'll get better at it as I go. Sometimes I need to think about it a little bit first.
Yeah, there's a balance, but
I think we're good at balancing each other out.
It's anything. It's a balance.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Imitate how I react when I'm excited about something.
It's always I love this. I love this. Oh my God.
Very polarized.
It is extremes.
Yeah, extreme.
You either hate it, you let know, or whoever know that you hate it. Hate it. Hate it.
Yeah. I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
I hate it.
Obsessed.
Obsessed. This is you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You. Oh.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. A lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need to rethink that expression.
I love it. It makes me so happy. And then you just get this like wave of like stoke.
It's so good.
I love it. I love it when you like are genuinely so entertained by something, and like when you laugh so hard at something, it's
Mm-hmm.
the best laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Or like just or like when you're surprised.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good look. I know when you're truly surprised versus when you're pretending to be surprised.
Yeah, I don't have a good poker face.
No. Next question. What's your favorite phase of our relationship so far?
Ooh, favorite phase? Ah, man, they've all been really good in their own way.
This is hard for me.
It's like picking which kid you like more.
I know, because everything has an up and a down, right? Every phase. Like
Yeah.
when we first started dating, when we first met each other, the electricity and like the excitement I had every single day to see you because it was so new. Like I still feel excited. Like when I see your car in the driveway when I come home, I'm still very excited. But like it's a home feeling now. Like it's like a
Yeah.
calm beginning. It's so like on fire, fun, but now it's like so solid, and they're both fun.
I mean, just being, I don't know. Like I say this to people that are like not married or thinking about getting married. Being married is like so awesome.
Oh,
Like it's the coolest thing.
that's cute.
I mean, I guess if I gotta like pick one, I guess the beginning, yeah,
Yeah, the
because
beginning was really fun.
it was different for me. I had literally just accepted that I was probably not going to get married. I was fine with it at the time. I was like, you know what? It's not for everybody. Again, it's back to me being just introvert and I like to just be alone. It was that. Like I'd literally just been like, all right, you're probably not going to get married, and I'm okay with that. Like I just lost Jim that year. He was my best friend. That was a hard hit, obviously. So like then I met you, and it was like we're the friend because we were just friends at first. Like obviously we really liked each other, but we started out as friends,
Yeah.
which I think we both liked each other immediately.
I was like instantly
Yeah.
attracted to you
Yeah, it was
before I even knew
it
you.
was an instant connection.
Yeah.
So it was like I got a best friend, and I don't mean this the way it sounds, but like I got someone to replace Jim, which that's not
No,
nobody will ever replace Jim, but
filled a void.
it filled this void I had in my life where I didn't have anybody close. Like I was in a very lonely, dark place at the time. So that was a big like boost in my life. And then, I was like, well, maybe getting married. Or not, I wasn't really thinking about marriage at this point, but just like being in a relationship is gonna happen, can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, everything that goes along with like being in a new relationship, of like getting to know someone and just the energy and like doing fun stuff together, like that
Yeah.
was just really fun, and it's all new and exciting, and it's
Yeah.
the honeymoon phase. So
Yeah,
like
for sure.
it's super fun, but like everything's been fun. Like moving in together, that phase was fun.
That was
Like
so fun
buying a
moving in
house
together.
and getting married, that was fun.
Oh my
Like
gosh, yeah, some people say like, oh, like marriage isn't like everything or whatever. It's not, but like when someone picks you equally as like connected where you like, okay, I do want to spend forever with you. It's like
yeah.
that is so special. The engagement, the buying the house, like all the commitments of it all. Yeah, that was awesome. Like getting married,
Mm-hmm.
like standing under this tree and like saying those vows. It was so like intense, and like
Yeah.
there's like in sickness and in health when we're fucking old, it's like, yeah, we're still gonna be there. Like that was really cool. And it's totally different than when you first meet somebody and you want to date them.
Yeah.
When I saw you, I was like, I'm done. There was something different about you, and I didn't know what it was, but it's like there's something here. Like it's such a magnetism that I couldn't explain it. When they say that when it's the one, I was like, hands down, I'm 100% sure this is who I want to marry. Even like through the ups and the downs, I tell everybody this. You have to go through ups and downs with somebody. Thank God it's you. Because even our ups and downs, like I wouldn't trade them for the world with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning was really fun, but even now, I feel like we're in like a metamorphosis of sorts in our individual lives, and to have each other as a backbone
Yeah, like
is nice.
because I mean, obviously, or not obviously, but the next phase for us is kids,
Yeah,
and like that's crazy,
so
and
crazy.
but also like cool to think about, like kind of back to like you talking about somebody choosing you. It's like, well, somebody choosing you and then choosing to have kids with you. That's like massive,
Yeah,
and it's scary, and I'm sure it'll be awful and fun at the same time.
I want to birth your children.
Give me many strong sons.
Oh, that was a cute one. I like that one. What's a phrase that I say a lot that you started to pick up from me?
Oh, I feel like there's so many. Oh God, I can't even. It's
You know,
because you've asked that I can't think of any. But I literally thought of this the other day. I was like, I got that from Amy.
yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It was like this week. Something I said. What was it?
I've been saying something a lot lately. I can't think of what it is.
This like if you hadn't put me on the spot, I
I
would have been
know.
able to think of it. A lot of them with Jolene.
Yeah.
So I'm like Jobeen.
Jobeen. Jobina. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, God, dog. I can't think of any
Amyisms.
like specific ones.
I can't think of anything that you say that I've. The Toast podcast gives me
Yeah.
so many different ones that I say. Next question. Is there one thing about our relationship that has really surprised you?
It's not a surprise, I guess, but just something that there's got more of a realization, I guess, how supportive you are to me, and I feel like me vice versa.
Mhm.
Like we never like, no, you shouldn't do that,
Right.
unless it's like detrimental.
Right.
You've never once been like, no, you just need to suck it up and stay where you're at. Like that, I just never thought about a wife or a partner being that way, which is like exactly what they should be.
I can vividly remember one time in our apartment, you had mentioned something about wanting to take photography class. And I was so unhappy at the time. I was just working so much right before COVID.
Yeah.
And like I had no hobbies, no nothing. I was just work, come home, and did nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Just a miserable person at that time. And like misery loves company. I remember I had never been like this before. And I think one of the biggest things about our relationship that surprises me the most is just how much like you helped me realize like communication. Like and I've fallen in love with communication styles because of that. But like most people just will just say what you want to hear. But like you help me like identify when it's like, okay, maybe that's not the best way, like, or like conveying the response, because what I said was, I don't think that's a good use of our money, or like, do you really think you should be spending money on that right now? And just completely shot you down on wanting to do that. And this was before we got married.
Yeah.
But I was just unhappy, and like I didn't have anything, and it was like projecting my unhappiness on you, and you visibly like immediately just shut down. And like to see like how strong words are to somebody, like that was the first time I was like, oh, what I say like really matters. And you just said that's just not what I wanted to hear, like what was helpful at the time. It wasn't even that I thought you shouldn't do it. It was just like I was just being pissy, you know?
Yeah.
Check your emotions on it, because it's not about me, it's about you and you wanting to do something. And so every response I have, I kind of weigh that. What is the harm in you wanting to do something different?
Yeah.
Especially if it betters your life, makes you happy. And to see you get so on fire about stuff makes me happy. Like that's the thing about partnership. When one person suffers, the whole suffers. Why wouldn't you want to uplift your partner, help them find their passion?
Yeah, I'm terrible at communication. That's why I try to do better at it.
Oh my gosh, us communicating now versus when we first started dating, worlds different. Like we've gotten so much better at that.
It's always something I've been bad at, so I try to work on it. Still suck at it.
You're married to somebody who's obsessed with communication.
I'm still not good at it. But.
You're a lot better than we're both a lot better.
Well, I have a problem with saying things. It comes across as very blunt or even mean, and I don't mean it that way. I'm trying to just be like truthful and but it comes like I'm not good at like how do I say this where it doesn't sound shitty? It needs to be said.
And it's tough because I'm very sensitive.
Yeah.
You're very just like
I'm
to the
sensitive
point.
too, though.
Yeah.
Like I am.
Yeah, it's like you're sensitive but you give it harder than you take it kind of thing.
Yeah, and I try to be better about that.
You are so much better.
Yeah.
That's just part of like we're humans. I think the support that I think that's both of our answers is like just how supported we both continue to feel. And I think it just gets better every year. Oh, okay. Next question. If you could travel to any time period, past or future, what would it be?
Oh man, probably Japan.
In what time?
Oh, I don't know.
It's time period.
Okay, either like feudal Japan, but not to where I could get killed.
You're like top samurai.
Like, you can't tell that I'm there, or I'm like I'm Shogun. I don't know.
Shogun. We just watched Shogun, so it's very topical.
I mean, I've always been fascinated with like Japanese history, so maybe
really
that. But I think my answer would be like when the Great Pyramids were getting built in Egypt, whatever time frame.
Just to know.
I just want to know what they were
Yeah.
doing. Like,
Yeah.
what did they have?
Yeah.
How did they build that thing or
Yeah.
those things?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. That would probably be it.
Mine's really basic. I just want to go back to like the 60s and 70s and watch Led Zeppelin. I would be so obsessed if I could just go watch Led Zeppelin like the early days. Like
Yeah.
when Led Zeppelin 4 maybe just came out and they're touring it.
Yeah.
So they have a body of work. I just want to be like third row.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's all I really want.
Would you or would you not try to hook up with Robert Plant?
I probably would try to hook up with Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page. Yeah.
Like Jimmy Page shreds, and he has those bell bottoms, and he does this little Jimmy Page dance.
Honestly, I think I might even go for John Bonham.
I know. I knew you were gonna say that.
Over Jimmy Page.
Yeah, no, I would. That was 100% what I would do. Is to see full Led Zeppelin, my little like crochet crop top, Daisy Dukes, just loving life.
I mean, that's a great answer, but I still think I would want to see the pyramids.
Yeah, that's the difference between me and you. That's okay. We're just different. Next question. When you look at me first thing in the morning, what's the first thing you notice?
Beauty and grace. Just
for reference, I wear a mouth guard to prevent my teeth from grinding, and I tape my mouth so I don't mouth breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So I have tape and like bulk in my mouth when I'm asleep, and you usually get up before me. When you look at me first thing in the morning, what is the first thing you notice? I usually try to take it all off before.
Yeah, I was about to say, I never see you with it on because you wait till you turn the light off.
I have some dignity.
And you take it off before we get up.
Yeah.
So I don't really see you. The first thing I think when I see you in the morning.
You notice, yeah.
That I notice? What was the question again?
First thing you notice.
First thing I notice. I'm not exactly a morning person. Like I'm not, it takes me forever to like wake up and like be cheery. If I ever reach cheery. I don't think I do. And you're there way quicker than I am. So usually, it's not anything, not negative, but it's not good either. I'm just like,
you're just like, chill out.
I just need Amy to calm down for about 30 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's probably it.
I took this way more literal. Like literally, the first thing I noticed is your sleeve.
Oh, okay.
It's like or your tattoos because it's dark in our room.
Yeah.
And your tattoos stand out. So the first thing I notice is all your tattoos.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't think about it in that sense, but yeah. Yeah. Right. Usually it's just if I'm up before you at some point, whether I'm on the way to the bathroom to brush my teeth or coming out of the bathroom brushing my teeth, you're usually like spread eagle on the bed. Half naked.
Yep.
So
it's pretty noticeable.
Usually it's like, yep, I'm a pretty lucky guy. Got a
hot
ass wife. So, anyway.
All right, next question. What's one story about your teenage years that you've never told me?
My teenage years were so boring.
I feel like I've told you all mine.
I think I told you about the time I was not a drinker and we tried to do shots of vodka matching me and Josh.
No, I've never heard this.
These
squirrels are going
fell
ham
straight out of the tree. Twice.
Oh, they both fell. Okay, that's a big drop. We have this huge tree in our front yard, and these squirrels have been going crazy.
Going ham.
They're all concussed now, I'm pretty sure.
It's like 6 of them.
Okay, anyway, you and Josh were going shot for shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
Josh is his best man in our wedding.
We were at this girl's house. I think it was Halloween. And her parents were out of town, so there was like several of us over there.
Don't drink underage.
Yeah, so we were like, again, I didn't have any experience drinking, and we were doing shots and like chasing it with like Smirnoff Ice or something. Yes, the worst thing ever.
That's so high school.
And I really don't remember much after that. I think I've blacked out twice in my life. This was the first time.
Yikes.
Bits and pieces I remember, and then what was filled into me afterwards was that we were like just smashed, like just embarrassingly drunk, and then uncontrollable vomit all over this girl's house.
That's
like
so bad.
Everywhere. Didn't help her clean it up. I think they had to clean it up that night, and I wasn't doing anything that night. I don't remember the next day much other than I was supposed to go to Birmingham with my mom. And so we do that. I don't remember why. And I just feel like hammered shit. Like just like clearly hungover, possibly still drunk.
Oh, that's the worst feeling when you
Just
wake up the next day and you know you're still drunk.
just white as a ghost, clammy.
You need a burger.
I need like the greasiest food and to go back to sleep. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat by my mom on the way to Birmingham. And she's like, "What did you do last night?" I'm like, "Oh, we just went to Josh's and played video games." And she said, "This is what she did." She goes, "Mm-hmm."
Cindy's so cool. Like
she knew, but she didn't say anything, which surprises me.
That's awesome. She's like, because you were a well-behaved kid. Like, you were not a rowdy kid.
No,
so like
no,
for you
not
to
at
do
all.
something, she's probably like, thank goodness he has a little spunk to him.
Yeah, probably.
I think I've told you every story. I love sharing stories, so I think I've told you everything. I told you about me throwing up before my first pep rally.
Yeah.
Told you about all the Kate and Jody stories. I don't think I have any mystery left to me in high school.
Yeah, that was
cheerleading, all my trauma, and
it was a bad one. Yeah. Swim team,
cheering. Yeah, all my like trauma being up for alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a story for you, so sorry. Last question. What do you wish we had more time for in our relationship?
Travel.
It's 100% mine.
Travel and hobbies.
We have so much fun and are so fueled by travel for how little we do it.
The one thing, if I could go back to that other question about what surprised me the most, I think this would actually be my answer. I'm surprised at how little we travel.
Yeah.
And it's not that we don't want to, or it basically boils down to like time and money.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Like time off and money to go do it.
And it's, again, that's why we're kind of motivated to do something. Life's just too short to wait until I'm 70 years old to go see the things I want to see.
We are this close at any given moment to taking out a personal loan to go travel to Thailand for a month. Like at any moment, like it is just worth it to go. And like there's a camp of people that argue just do it, and there's a camp of people that say that's financially irresponsible. Like just wait until you have the money. And I don't know where to be.
Yeah.
I want to be the fly by the seat of the pants and deal with the consequences later person. Because like tomorrow is not promised.
No, but debt sucks.
It sucks so bad because we've been in debt and we've come out of debt. Yeah. And the strain that puts on your relationship
is for
real. So it's like only logical option is just to make more money.
Yeah.
And travel more and have a more freed up schedule, which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We've made that, like, we know for sure we both aligned in that goal.
Yeah.
And by golly, we want to travel, baby.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, I mean, there are budget things we could do to travel more. And we should be better about that.
Yeah, for sure.
But just making those cheap trips happen.
Which I feel like we're getting there. We just have to.
But even like our Chattanooga trip, like we were not conscious then. We spent a pretty good bit just doing that, which is fine. Like that was kind of the goal, is just to have a carefree weekend.
Get away.
But
just to prove that you can do it.
But there are other ways I think we could definitely travel more on the cheap. We just got to get better at it and learn more about it. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good conversation. Did you like the questions?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked them.
I love you.
I love you too.
Let us know if you want to see more interesting questions about us. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.